Go out here for a pop-up. There you go, Max. Okay. Oh, extend that. Here. Yeah. What do you think, Max? What do you think? Are you the king of the stream? Yeah? So we're live on the patio with Max right now. And just thought we'd hang out for a bit, say hello. We did a pop-up earlier on Facebeak, and we wanted to do one on YouTube as well. So if you're joining us, I want to say thank you. But if you are joining us, make sure you let us know in the comments so we know who we're hanging out with. We're a friendly bunch here. Yeah, Max. What do you think? Yeah, this one's a pop-up, so it's an unscheduled live. We just decided we were going to hop outside and do it. Yeah. Yeah, and there I am in the background. Mama Deer's in the background. Yeah. Yeah. Good job, Max. Good job. How about we don't eat the selfie stick? Just a small preference on my part. I know, it's tough when I tell you can't eat the selfie stick. Yeah. It's a little bit nicer out here now. We've got a little bit of shade from the trees, but we still got lots of sun, right, Max? Oops. Do this. There we go. There, I'm in the shot too, Max. See? Yeah. Everybody's here. Yeah. Good boy, Max. What do you think? Now, with the pop-ups, we never know how long we're going to be up. So I'm just going to move the camera so I can see who's joining us. There we go. That's right, Max. So who have we got? We have Suit Hair. Hi, Sharon. Raising Cane's here. Nika. Elizabeth. Yeah, Mango in the background. Hi, Jordan. Hi, Marco. Oh, I think Raising Cane was the first year. Yeah, we didn't tell anybody we were popping up. We just decided to pop up. It's a lovely, lovely Sunday morning. Yeah. Max is sitting on my knee. Are you having a fun morning, Max? Yeah? You're watching carefully everything that's going on? Yeah? There we go. So pretty. So pretty. The camera's going to move around a little bit because we're doing handheld today. We're actually on a selfie stick. Just doing a bit of experimenting out here. Right, Max? Hey, Karen. Weren't you just on Facebeak? Bailey says you're pretty. Yeah, Elizabeth, Max is being a very good boy today. He's quite happy about being outside. Warm sunshine on the patio. Fluffing chops up. Yeah. Oops, bit of a scritchy. Preen time. He's been preening for a bit. Just take a look at my leg and see all the bits of white. Yeah. Oops. did I just do to the camera? There we go. I know, Max. I know. Yeah, there's the bits of white. Yeah, we've been preening. So Max is sitting on my knee right now. And of course, we're wearing a harness. It's a blue one today. Did you pick out your blue harness today, Max? Yeah. Yeah, it's just under here. Yeah, we use an aviator harness. Now, no, I don't think Max is likely to try to get away from me or go for an explore on his own. But the thing is, you never know what's going to happen. Somebody hits a horn, a car crashes into another, a hawk swoops down, a dog jumps. I mean, there's so many different things that could happen that are unexpected and unscripted, especially when you're outside. So do that for safety. I've got a ladder that will reach the top of a building, but I really don't want to have to use it. Right, Max? Yeah. Yeah, so it's safety. And, you know, Max does not mind wearing a harness at all. He just takes it in stride. Don't you, Betty? That's the rule. No harness, we don't go outside. Yeah, so always wearing a harness. Right, Max? Yeah. You hear the airplane up there in the sky? $737. Yeah. You feel good? Yeah, it's definitely a preen fest out here. Oh my goodness. So we got some more comments, Max. I'm just going to look at those. Yeah, so if you're here, make sure you say hello. Yeah, Max is going through a bit of a molt. He's wondering why I'm not scratching him right now. Hi, Pie Panda. Whoops. No, I know exactly. Well, it's okay, Max. It's okay. Hang on. Wait. Up. Here. Okay. Oh, I'm going to move this. There you go. So if you have to go poop, you can go poop here. Go poop, honey. Go poop. Well, I startled you. Now you don't have to go? Yeah. Do you have to go poop? Here. Go poop. Go poopers. No? You sure? Okay, well, I thought you had to go. Why did I think you had to go? Probably because I've known you for so long. Yeah? Now, you might have already gone. I've just better... No, you did not hit my shoes. Good job. You did go earlier. Yeah, what's going on out there? Yeah, if I'm a little bit wobbly, folks, it's because I'm using a selfie stick. But, I mean, that does give me the ability to do shots like this, too. Hello. And you can see my hand here on the stick. But that's okay. Yeah. We've been experimenting a little bit, trying different things. Usually when we stream, we're using a tripod, which is just a little bit more stable. But a tripod is very, very fixed. Whereas when Max is out, sometimes, you know, usually when I'm walking around with the camera and Max, I can adjust the zoom. And when I'm walking with the camera in one hand, Max in the other, it makes it really, really awkward if I'm super close. Right, Max? So a selfie stick does make life a little bit simpler, and it means I can get the longer distance shots. Right, buddy? Yeah? You can see what's going on with you. Yeah. This isn't the best selfie stick. It's, to keep the camera on it, I actually am using a couple of hair elastics, just so that the camera does not hit the ground. But it does give me the ability to extend my arm, which is what the goal is, right, Max? It's a selfie. Yeah. So Max, can I get a buck, buck, buck? In the mood for a buck, buck, buck? Buck, buck, buck. You had one to give earlier. Now, I'm going to sit quietly for a little bit, but that's okay. I mean, it's always nice when you sit quietly, Max. Yeah. A bit of scratch here. I'm just reaching around. Yeah, it's all consent-based, right, Max? So pretty. You were pretty talkative yesterday, Max, when we were live streaming. Yeah, lots of chatter. You had a good week? You did have one little tantrum, didn't you, Max? Yeah, you had one little tantrum when you were outside. I'm going to flip the camera. Whoops, you don't need me, you want Max. Is that any better? Sound check 1, 2, 3. Sound check 1, 2, 3. All good now. Thanks, Z. Or is it Z? You know, it's kind of funny because we've got two different ways of saying the alphabet. It's XYZ or XYZ. And it depends if you're Canadian, English, or American, I guess. Or European. I mean, everybody has their own way, right? So what is it for you? Is it Z or is it Z? Oh, boy. Got people walking, Max. Gonna show off? Awesome. Hello. What's wrong? You're awesome, Max. There's nothing wrong. Good job, Max. Yeah. That feel good? Yeah, actually I do have a button here where I can mute, which is actually super handy to realize, because if I've got a car going past playing music or something, I can keep from getting a copyright strike if I can find the mute button. Of course, I'm probably more likely to find it when I don't want to find it, right, Max? Yeah, okay. We're gonna go here. I'm gonna go here. Oops. I'm gonna flip that around again. There we go. Ah, so as you can see, we've got a little bit more shade coming in from the trees right now. Max is in a bit of shade. Is that nice, Max? It's a little cooler in the shade, isn't it? There. Are you happy? Yeah, Max is just sitting on my knee. Why? Because it's a safe place to sit. Given that there's still some avian flu and whatnot around, we don't sit on the patio furniture unless I've sterilized it. And the patio furniture I have, it's sort of a woven wicker, so it's really, really hard to clean and sterilize. So usually if I want Max to sit on furniture, I'll bring out a clean towel and he can sit on that. But today we didn't plan that far in advance, did we, Max? So he's just sitting on my knee. So there's my knee. And I just have my feet up on a chair. Good job, Max. Good job. You look pretty happy. So we had a pretty good week. You had a little bit of a meltdown. We went for a nighttime walk that Max quite enjoyed. And when we came to come back inside, Max had a little bit of a meltdown. I asked him if he wanted to go in. He said absolutely not. He did not believe in bedtime, and he was going to stay outside. Even the promise of a snack didn't help. But the really cool thing about that tantrum is it's a short video. Make sure you go watch the full video, not just the short, but the 2-minute long video. I've tagged it on our community page as well. But you'll see that Max is minding his own business. He's fairly happy, and then he starts to get upset. And you can see the moment where he starts having his tantrum. You can see the moment as he's throwing his tantrum, and I'm working with him, helping to calm him down. Now, the thing is, you can't just say, hey, buddy, calm down. It's going to work on him about as well as it would work on you or me. Nobody in the world has ever calmed down just when they've been told to calm down. And he's very much like a toddler. What do you do when a toddler has a tantrum? You know, sometimes you walk away, you ignore it. Given that he was on my arm at the time, I thought it was prudent to not walk away. He was kind of attached to me. And so I just talked to him softly. I just told him that he was a good boy. Yeah. Reminded him about his inside voice because it was evening. Now it's getting dark here early, so it was probably only around 9 o'clock. Looked like midnight, but it was only around 9. Yeah, just after the sun had set. So I talked to him. I gave him some options if he wanted to go in and have dinner, if he wanted to go in and eat. That's sometimes a word I'll use for snacks as well. And it just cues him that there's food to be had. And no, he did not want to go in for that. He did not want to use his inside voice. He said he was outside. Oh my goodness, we got a super chat from Dirty. Thank you, Dirty. Your friend Dirty just sent you a super chat for $1. We love our supers. Awesome, awesome. I don't know if I've missed any other supers. Sharon, just let me know in the comments if I have. Then I'll try scrolling. Every time I scroll when I'm outside, I seem to mess things up. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Max. Yeah. Are you a happy boy? Yeah, but that tantrum, I mean, it was really a fun video, but it reminds you that Max is just like a toddler in some ways. He has really big feelings, does not always know what to do with them. And when he feels really passionate about something, he forgets how to communicate. And I mean, you can tell, like, even if you turned off the sound, you could tell he was having a tantrum. Just the head motions, just the facial expressions. And he just got going. Yeah. I mean, that's sometimes what happens with parrots, right? He's just like a little toddler. See Max. What's going on? I'm just going to pull the camera up close. And I'm going to flip it around. Woo! There we go. Hello, Chetan. And if I mispronounce your name, please give me the phonetic pronunciation in the comments so I know how to say it properly. Elizabeth, yes, it can get noisy in the house with having multiple birds. Oh. But I mean, that's just par for the course, right? And one bird gets going, the next does. And then Tico starts reminding everybody to whisper. Fun thing, if you listen to the tantrum video, you can hear Mango in the background. Through the door, through the window. We were outside, he was in. Yeah, Max, I know. Oh, Scritchies. Scritchies feel so good on a Sunday morning. Hello, yo. Actually, hello from Lindsay and Flo in London. Yeah, we're coming to you from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. So it is morning here still. It's 10:38. And I still have camera battery, which is a good thing, right, Max? Hey. Max, can I get a back? You in the mood to give me a back? No, I'm in the mood to preen. You can give me some attention, too. Yeah. Here. So good, Max. So good. Oops. Oh my goodness, we got a super sticker from Marie Trippick for £4.99. So five pounds from Marie Trippick. I think that's your first super too. Woohoo! Oh, Ray the scientist says, I'm thinking of adopting a rescue cockatoo. Any advice? Oh, so much advice. So much advice. The top 3 things that I would say is, number 1, when you meet the bird, go slow. Don't rush introductions. Don't rush it. Because when you're dealing with a cockatoo, slow is fast. I mean, don't push them to do anything. I love the way that my friend Robin at Parrot SOS talks about building up a trust bank. And she actually did a video about this a couple of days ago. Every interaction you have with your bird is like making a deposit to a bank, and it's a deposit of trust. So right now, I'm making some great deposits. Max is outside with me. He's happy. He's getting attention. He's getting scritchies. And these are all positive interactions into the trust bank. And the more trust he builds, the easier it is. Then something happens. Maybe I'm preening him and I accidentally pull on a feather, or something happens that he doesn't like and he goes, hang on here. I'm not sure about this. That's a withdrawal from the trust bank. And you want to make sure that you keep yourself out of the red. You just keep building the trust and you keep doing everything. So, you don't rush it. You let the bird set their own pace. You go for consent. You don't go for, I'm the boss, you're going to do this. You go for consent. Robin at Parrot SOS actually has a really great course that is geared at adopting your first bird. And she does so much work with the rescues. She volunteers with a number of our local rescues. But she's got the course on parrotsos.com. And it is, you can take it for free, or if it's valuable to you, you can give her a little bit of money for her effort. Up to you. Oh, but it talks about what you need to know when you're adopting and what you need to do to sort of get ready for it. It's very much a preparatory course. I've got a video out called What to Know Before You Adopt, and it's really just sort of that reminder that you've got a feathered toddler, and they can be noisy. They can be messy. Your house is never going to be clean again. Let me just show you my leg. I was just preening Max. Those were clean black pants when I started off today. Slacks, I suppose I could call them. Awesome. Do you see people? Yeah, somebody just walked past. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, but I mean, they need so much attention. If you get one, you are getting one for life. It's, you don't just get a bird for right now. You don't just get a bird for a year. You are adopting for life. It's a lifetime commitment. Max is currently 30 years young. I'm in my 50s. Now, if you do a little bit of math, and you understand that Max could, if he's healthy, live as long as a human, he could outlive me. I mean, in a lot of ways, he's like my child, isn't he? But he could easily outlive me, so I have to make sure that he's provided for in the event that something happens to me. And I have to be very aware of that possibility. I mean, with Mango's first home, he spent 25 years in it, being absolutely loved by his pips and pops. And it came a point, as they got older, they needed to find a new situation for him. Yeah. I'm not going to go into a lot of the detail, but that was basically why he's come to stay with you, right, Max? Yeah, you got a brother. But with the big birds, it can be hard to rehome. And I mean, Mango, he's a sweetheart of a bird, but it took him a while to sort of figure out that, yeah, it was okay. And I mean, when he's tired, sometimes he still gets a little bit shirty with me, but I don't blame him. I mean, I'm the stranger. I'm not his mom or dad. I'm just that weird person, right? But trust builds over time. And a couple of things to know about birds. It's not if you'll get bitten, it's when. Every bird bites. They are still a wild animal. I mean, Max, he could easily turn around and bite me right now. He looks pretty calm, but if something scared him, I mean, that could be his natural response. Yeah. Sometimes biting's used as communication, but I know that it can happen, but I'm pretty confident in Max. And there's a motorcycle out there, and there's a big truck. So, I mean, there's some things that could be scary out there, right, Max? But Max is feeling pretty calm on my leg. He knows where he's at. Yeah. But I mean, it took years to build up this kind of trust with him. But I can tell you something, once you've built a trust relationship with the parrot, there's nothing like that feeling in the world, right, Max? Yeah. So who's asked about a parrot's ear? There it is right there. Yeah. See that? Just there under the feathers. It's just a hole. He doesn't have an ear like you or I do. Oh, big yawn. Yeah, but I mean, it took so many years. When I met Max, I couldn't handle him at all. He could bite, he could scream, and that was about it. Now, I mean, he's very, very loving. He trusts me. I trust him. And trust is a two-way street. Right, Max? Oh, we're going to preen down there, are we? Just going to swing this in. No, I've had the ears right on the head, about where you'd expect it to be, right about here. Yeah, right there. Right there's the ear. There's a preen gland down at the tail. Oh, oops. Oh, dear. Oh, it's okay, hon. Up. Oh, did something scare you? Gotta go poop. Gotta go poop. That was a big wet poop. You must have drunk a lot of water today. Yeah, Max. I'm going to flip this around because I got somebody going for a walk. Yeah. Hi, Howard. Yeah, that's right. I'm just streaming. I'll chat with you when you come back. What is it, Max? You wanted an apple? Yeah. Oh, so chatty. So chatty, Max. Yeah. Is that exciting? Oh. Yeah, we got the big head going. Yeah. There you go, Max. Are you a good boy? But yeah, so when you are thinking about adopting, I mean, there's a lot of things to think about. It can be rewarding, but are you in a position where you can give, where you can commit the rest of your life with that bird? Is that a position that you're in? Are you able to give the time and the effort? Do you have the money? Do you have the money to buy lots of fresh fruits and vegetables? Do you have the money to cover vet bills and toys? Because all good toys are destroyed, right, Max? So parrot ownership, not cheap. It is an expense, and you have to put the bird first. Right, Max? You got to put you first. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. But I mean, you know, if you are a bird person and it's a lifetime commitment and you know what you're getting into, it can be a wonderful, wonderful arrangement. Okay. Walk this back in and flip it around again. There you go. Thanks, Greenbird. Hi, Vincent. Hey, Max, I think people are saying that they love you. Yeah. Yeah, Elizabeth has a really good point. She says, ask family or friends if they'd take the bird if anything should happen with you. And always think of them in the will. Absolutely. And the thing, though, about family and friends, it might be a short term. It might be that the family and friends make sure that the bird is rehomed, because not everybody is a bird person. I mean, there's not many bird people out there compared to cat people and dog people. And a bird is a huge, huge commitment. You know, Mango's Pips and Pops do have some kids and some grandkids, but Mango's not right for any of them. I mean, you know, it's got to be your passion. It's got to be your passion, right? Yeah. Now, I do have quite a few good friends in the bird community, and if anything happened to me, they would make sure that my flock landed well. You know, I've got some people on the top of the list. But I mean, ultimately, it's about what's right, not just for the bird, but for the person. Tango's here, and Tango's got a super. Tango says, I can't believe I see you, Max, another day in a row. I had no idea you'd be here, but I'm glad you showed. Elizabeth's right. A bird is for life, not just for Christmas. Sherry's asking, how much does Max weigh? Max is 1.5 kilograms, so about 3 pounds. He's a big, big boy. But I mean, if you compare the size of my hand to the size of Max, it gives you a pretty good idea. Oh! I've got a wasp. I'm sorry, folks. Up, Max, up. Sorry, folks, I'll be back in a minute once the wasp is gone. Folks, I don't do well with wasps. I'm sorry about that. Whew. Well, that was not fun at all. Where are you, Max? Okay. Whew. Not even sure where the camera's pointed right now, folks. Okay, we're pointed this way. Okay. I'm just going to sit down again with Max. Sorry, folks, I'll just be a minute, then I'll arrange the camera again. Whew. So yeah, folks, I really don't like wasps. And having one flying underneath my hat was not my idea of fun. I'm really, really glad that I didn't scream. Oh God, it's back! Guys, I've got to get up again. Come on, Max, up, up, up. Okay. Whew. I don't know why that wasp likes that corner, but we're going to walk over here. Whew. Having a wasp sharing space under my hat was not my idea of fun. Yeah? Yeah. I don't know if anybody remembers, but last year I sat on a wasp just before a stream. I was streaming outside, and I screamed louder than Max. I know if you don't bother them, they don't bother you, but that one was definitely bothering me. Yeah, Max. Yeah. I know, Max. I know. Yeah. So, sorry about that, folks. Safety comes first. Other worry I've got when there's wasps is Max going to decide to do something silly, such as take a snap at one, right? There we go. There you go, Max. Let's see here. There you go. Oh. Just gonna try and push this handle in. There. There you go. That's an easier way to hold you, Max. I know. I know. Yeah, I don't know why the wasp is so interested in me. Seemed to want to get underneath my hat. Reminds me of a number of years ago. I was motorcycling and I had a full head helmet on. It was on the highway. And I had a wasp in the slipstream somehow. I don't know how the heck he managed it, but he managed to get between me and my helmet. So I pulled over on the highway and I had that helmet off, and I swear I threw it into a field, and I was just screaming my little head off trying to get rid of the wasp. And I mean, it took me a little while to investigate that helmet, remove all of the padding inside to make sure I didn't have a wasp in there. But yeah, I don't share space with wasps, right, Max? Yeah. Elizabeth's asking what kind of bike do I have. I do have a Honda VFR. So I always think of it as the adult sports bike. Interesting tidbit. Did you know that I've done some really long motorcycle trips? Longest one that I've ever done, I went from Calgary all the way over to Newfoundland, all the way down to Florida, over to California, up to Vancouver, and home. So basically coast to coast Canada and four corners of the United States. If you're from Europe, this is much further than just any trip in Europe. I mean, we've got a lot of land here, but it was a really marvelous trip. And the other trip, I've done a few fun trips. Another one I did is I went to Ireland and I rented a motorcycle. And I just circled Ireland on the motorcycle. I did it solo. So it was a lot of fun, that trip. But yeah, it was, I flew over, grabbed a motorcycle, hit a bunch of bed and breakfasts, and I just checked in, sort of at night when I was ready to check in. I found one, rang the doorbell, asked if they had space for one from the night. But yeah, that was a really, really great trip. And that was, just a week. But it was funny because when I picked up the bike, I looked and I said, well, the tires, they don't have a lot of meat left on them, at least on one of them. And the fellow said, you'll be fine. Besides, if you run out, here's the number. We'll bring you a tire. We'll mount it for you on the spot. And he said he's got people across Ireland who can do that. And I said, okay, that's fair enough. You got roadside assistance. And, he was quite surprised that I was traveling solo. Usually if you had somebody renting a bike from overseas, it was a group of bikers. But in my case, it was just me. So I showed up, just me, rented the bike. He tossed in a few things such as, GPS and whatnot, which was super helpful. Asked him about a holder for a GoPro, and he said, you don't want one. If you mount one and they pull you over, they can look on the GoPro for evidence. And even if they pull you over for something else, they notice that you've been speeding based on the GoPro, they can ticket you. So he recommended against it, which was great. But yeah, so I went around and I also managed to talk him out of charging me mileage. I got a really good deal. I think I sweet talked him a bit. But when I bring the bike back, he looks, and I said, by the way, you need to put a fresh tire on this one. And he looks, and he says, how did you use up that much tire? And he looked at my mileage and he went, you weren't kidding when you said that you rode. It's like, well, what did you think I came for? But yeah, that was a great trip too. The big trip I did coast to coast Canada and four corners of the US. It was when I was between jobs. And I just decided to hop on the bike and go. I didn't really have a lot of itinerary planned. And I had a sleeping bag and a tent with me. And that's how I stayed most evenings. So that was pretty fun. Yeah, Max. Yeah. You stayed with my friend Michelle, didn't you? For a month and a half. And you said, what the heck, Mom? I didn't agree to that. Yeah, but that's something else too. If you have a bird and you go on vacation, you have to figure out what you're going to do with the bird while you're on vacation. Okay. So Max, is my seat safe? Now that I've been standing for a while? Okay. Whoops. And I just tangled that. So I'm going to investigate the seat cushion very, very carefully. I see absolutely no reason why that wasp is over here. If he makes another appearance, I swear I'm going to scream and run. There you go, Max. I'm going to flip that around again. There you go. So there you go, Max. I don't know how we even got on the subject of motorcycle trips, but yeah. Randall, I actually do work full-time, but I'm really fortunate that I work from home. So that means that I've got the ability to check in with the birds during the day. I can't have them out while I'm at work because I'm not downstairs to supervise, and I'm working, not playing, but I make sure that they got lots of time after work, and I spend lunch hours with them, and I give them attention during the day, and come down and get them some treats and play some short games. So yeah, they get lots of attention. But yeah, but I mean, even a trip, even something like that trip, what do you do with your bird while you're out of town? Now, our friend Raising Cane has a group on Facebook called, Sharon, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe it's called Northwest Bird Sitters. And it's for folks in Northwest USA to connect and find other like-minded parrot owners who might be willing to sit while they're out of town and develop some friendships. I think that's absolutely fantastic. But yeah, it's hard to find a place to go with your bird while you're out of town or while you've got something going on, right, Max? Yeah. Yeah, Max knows that I say back to work. He knows exactly what that means. Sorry, folks, I think I've got something on my... Yeah, I'm just going to wipe that. There we go. Oh, yeah, that's better. Now it's going to focus on Max. Kirsten says, your brightly colored clothing makes you appear as a flower. It is investigating you. It was actually investigating my hat. Hi, Zubat. Marie says, come here to Scotland. Marie, I've actually spent time in Scotland and England not too long ago. But folks, I'm going to end the stream because I've got a friend coming over that I'm going to chat with for a while. So I want to thank everybody for joining us. And yeah, we'll talk to you again soon. Buck, everybody. And I'm just going to end the stream. Oops. There we go.